got the engine out, the Hyper ST again. I've done a couple of things to it since the last video. The first thing you'll notice is I've changed the clutch over. So it's got a Reds Racing 4-shoe clutch with aluminium shoes, which you might be able to see. Maybe. And that is replacing the standard 3-shoe clutch and flywheel. This has plastic shoes. The new one has aluminium shoes, which I just said. The other thing I've done as well is I've swapped the exhaust gasket over from the stock one which came with the LRP to the standard one which came with the standard engine, because this exhaust gasket is thicker. So the outside diameter of the old one was about 19.5mm, and the outside diameter of this one is 20. The inside diameter of the bit that goes round here on the exhaust is 19.7, so that is why I was getting fuel and oil leaking out the back onto the PULLSTART the other week. So yeah, there we go. Basically it should all be sorted out. I have got longer bolts now for the engine, proper Allen head bolts, M4 by 12. I also got some M4 by 16 just in case. This clutch was a bit tricky to put on because the flywheel nut is harder to get to because on this clutch the clutch shoes are already on, and then you put the flywheel nut on in the middle. And basically the outside of the glow plug spanner, which I would use, is too thick, so I had to get this deep socket out from my car toolbox and use that instead, and that was thin enough around the edge here to fit in. So anyway, this is going in the Hyper ST, not the Hyper ST, the Hyper MT, sorry. And then tomorrow I'm going to try and tune it with the new exhaust gasket and the new flywheel and clutch and see how it goes. It should be a lot more responsive on the clutch because the aluminium clutch shoes won't come off, or they'll grip more than the plastic ones did, and also I shouldn't get any exhaust leaks at the top, so the tuning should be more consistent, which is nice. So once again I'm going to put the engine back in, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll have a video of it running and me able to tune it properly. So I'll see you then. 10 pricks have gone anywhere. It's in my pocket, I think. So I've just got back from running the Hyper MT with the new exhaust gasket and the new clutch. The new exhaust gasket has seemed to fix my tuning issues where it was being a bit weird with the tuning, it wasn't responding well. You can see the setting I ended up with there is actually wound the high speed needle out a little bit, and I've leaned off the low speed needle quite a bit, maybe 1.5 turns ish, to get it to respond well at the low end and not bog down too much. If you want to comment on my tune, put it in the comments below, because I'm only just started doing tuning on this engine. I haven't tuned any nitro engines in quite a while. The clutch setup is miles better than the previous one. It definitely grabs a lot harder and a lot lower down, which is nice. We did get a little bit of road rash. I did flip over for the first time only once, but that has chipped a bit out the heatsink there, and the body's got a bit of road rash on it as well. At the end of that last clip you will have seen that it did sound quite lean and it did cut out, and that's because it ran out of fuel. That's the first time it's run out of fuel. I've put about 750 millilitres of fuel through it today, maybe a litre, so it's probably had about 10 tanks through it now, I would say, maybe a bit less. So that is the first time I've actually let it run out of fuel, and that's because I was just enjoying it so much with the body on as well. I wasn't paying attention to the fuel level, but it seems alright anyway. I did run it for one more tank after that, and it seems all good. So I think that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.